Hello everyone. Welcome to this third international conference on data science, machine learning and applications. My name is P. Tanuja. I am going to present on predictive control techniques for induction motor drive for industrial applications. Our paper ID is 98 and authors of this paper are myself P. Tanuja, Dr. K. Saravanan, Dr. M. Vishnu Prasad and Dr. B. Anil Kumar. I am also research scholar from SRM Institute of Science and Technology. The main objective of our title is here different types of model predictive control techniques for induction motor drives used for industrial applications for variable speed operation. Next, overview of this presentation is these are the steps involved in the presentation. Initially starts with objective and introduction about induction motor, two-level voltage source inverter and model predictive control techniques. These control techniques require mathematical modeling of induction motor and two-level voltage source inverter. Here different types of model predictive control techniques can be used for induction motor drives and followed by results and followed by conclusion. Next, coming to objective of this paper, MPC techniques are most used recent control techniques for power converters and drive applications. These are the predictive current control, predictive torque control and predictive flux control are popular for MPC techniques used for induction motor drive. So here to implement these control techniques of induction motor drive requires estimation followed by prediction and cost function optimization. In PTC, weighting factor is used in the cost function to maintain the relative balance between the torque and flux. In case of PCC and PFC, weighting factor is required only for additional control objectives in the cost function. Then, from all PCC, PFC and PTC, here these control techniques can offer fast dynamic response, better steady state response and it retains the decoupled nature. These techniques directly uses the inherent discrete nature of the power converters and evaluate control parameters of the finite switching states. So in this paper, detailed implementation of these three control techniques are presented and in the response is compared under various operating conditions. And coming to introduction of this paper, the induction motors are essentially used in industrial applications for variable speed operation of induction motor drives. So where predictive control technique is similar to field oriented control. So here only stator currents are selected as the control parameters and these are used for required prediction and also cost function optimization. Then coming to PTC, it is predictive torque control is similar to the direct torque control technique. So here torque and flux are used as a control parameters and these control parameters can use for required estimation, prediction and cost function optimization. So whereas in case of PFC, instantaneous control of torque and flux is replaced by a stator flux. So here stator flux is only control parameter. It's alone for eliminating the weighting factor in cost function. So therefore these control techniques requires mathematical model of induction motor and also two-level voltage source inverter for the estimation and the prediction of control parameters. The mathematical modeling of induction motor drive. So here 1 to 4 equations are stator and rotor dynamics of the induction motor and also equation 5 and 6 are mechanical model of the induction motor. And the mathematical model of an voltage source inverter can be represented as here. Equation 7 output voltage vector of the inverter. So here the operator A is nothing but A is equal to e power j to 5 by 3 that is cos 120 plus j sin 120. So this two-level voltage source inverter contains 8 switching states. Out of 8 switching states, 6 switching states will be active voltage vectors, remaining 2 switching states will give the null vectors. So voltage vectors location in complex plane are shown in figure 1, and also these switching states are given in table 1. Then coming to the predictive current control of induction motor drive. So here the control structure of PCC is represented here. The output of voltage source is connected to the stator terminals of three-phase induction motor. So here the rotor of the induction motor is coupled with the mechanical load which is to be driven. So if it is connected to the load, then rotor side of the induction motor is connected to the mechanical load. So here the control technique is plays a major role in drive's performance. It can perform both in terms of steady state and also dynamic operating conditions. So here the control circuit is used to generate required steady switching state, gives the two-level voltage source inverter. Therefore, inverter can give the required electrical power at the stator of the induction motor, so that required mechanical power is available at the rotor side of the induction motor drive. So initially the stator currents are measured. So mainly here the stator currents are the control parameters. It can be converted into stationary reference frame. So these predicted stator currents are used for the all possible voltage vectors, and these predictions are used to the define a cost function. So that cost function can be evaluated for all the switching states of two-level voltage source inverter. The outer proportional plus integral controller generates the torque reference and also flux reference. These are the rated values. So from these reference values, these ID star and IQ star are generated. So here equation from the mathematical model of the induction motor. So stator current can be represented by equation 8, and equation 9 gives the prediction of stator current. So this can be used for the all feasible voltage vectors, and finally the equation 10 gives the cost function. So here TS is the sampling period. Then next predictive torque control of induction motor drive. So here the control structure of the PTC technique is represented here. So in this control technique, estimation of stator flux, prediction of control parameters, and optimization of cost function are the main aspects. So here, in order to estimate the stator flux, the measured quantities will be used in stationary reference frame. So based upon these estimated values, the future prediction of flux and torque is to be done for all the available switching states of these two-level voltage source inverter. So these predicted values and corresponding reference values will be used to form the cost function. So and minimizing these cost functions, the suitable states, switching states will be selected for the next sampling period. So here, from mathematical model of induction motor, stator flux and rotor flux can be estimated in the form of equation 11 and 12. So in order to predict the torque and stator flux for the next sampling period for all the switching states, equations given by 13, 14, 15. So where and finally the cost function is formulated based upon the estimated values and also corresponding predicted values. So in cost function having two different parameters, that is torque and also stator flux, so that to maintain relative balance between the torque and stator flux. So the weighting factor lambda will be used. This weighting factor has to be adjusted to get the satisfactory operating conditions. Next, coming to the predictive flux control of induction motor drive. So here the control structure of PFC is represented here. The PFC technique also involves in estimation, prediction of control parameters and cost function optimization. So here the stator flux is only control parameter acting alone. So where by optimizing the cost function, suitable optimal voltage will be chosen for the next step here. So weighting factor is not necessary in cost function due to the single control parameter. So from the mathematical model of induction motor and two-level voltage source inverter, the stator flux and rotor flux for the current sampling period instant K, that is given as stator flux equation, and also rotor flux equation given by in form of 1718. So based on these estimated values, stator flux, rotor flux, and also stator can be treated as equation 19 and 20, 21. So the magnitude of reference stator flux can be selected as magnitude of reference stator flux, that is equals to stator flux. So where equation 23, 24, 25 are represented as torque equation, and finally the cost function is difference between the stator flux and also stator flux for the next sampling period. So the weighting factor is not necessary in cost function, that is due to the only here the stator flux will be control parameter. This control technique is implemented with 2.2 kilowatt induction motor, and the parameters of induction motor are given here. So stator resistance and rotor resistance, stator inductance, rotor inductance, mutual inductance, moment of inertia, number of pole page, and rated speed is given. So finally coming to the results. So these are the results for PCC, PTC, and PFC. So are presented in MATLAB Simulink for sampling period is 50 microseconds. So here these results are shown for steady state operation with different speeds and also dynamic load response and speed reversal. So in each result graphs are shown for speed, stator current and torque waveforms. So here different speed will be low speed is 50 radians per second. The next one will be medium speed, that is 100 radians per second. Then rated speed 50 radians per second. So in these waveforms, similar dynamic response of the drive, it can be observed with the sudden change in load from 0 to 10 Newton meters at t is equals to 2 seconds. And the speed reversal of the induction motor drive from 150 radians per second to minus 150 radians per second are shown these waveforms, speed, stator current and torque waveforms. So similar responses can be observed in all these techniques. So coming to the conclusion, three model predictive control techniques are very popular. It can be used for the induction motor drive in industrial applications are presented in this paper. And both steady state and dynamic operating conditions for these three control techniques are presented. So the major advantages of these methods are easy to understand and direct inclusion of control objectives is possible in the cost function. So it can be applied to the wide variety of systems, and also it uses the inherent discrete nature of the power converters. Finally, induction motor drive offers satisfactory operating condition with these control techniques compared to the conventional control techniques. So these are the references. I have given in the paper. Thank you.